Today we will learn address resolution protocol, why it is used and how it works. Suppose a source computer wants to send some data to a target computer. Both machines are connected to a network switch via Ethernet cable. To transmit data, the source computer must know the Ethernet address of the target device, which is also called as the MAC address. However, the source computer only knows the IP address of the target and not its Ethernet address. Here, address resolution protocol helps to obtain the Ethernet address of the target computer so that the source can send data to the target device. Let's understand this process in detail with an example. As soon as we connect our computer to a local area network with an Ethernet cable or via Wi-Fi connection, DHCP protocol allocates an IP address to the computer, says IPS. DHCP also provides some additional information to the computer, including the IP address of the default gateway router, says IPR, and the DNS server IP address also provided via DHCP protocol. Now we type www.pragneshpatel.in in the web browser's URL bar, but the browser does not know what is the www.pragneshpatel.in is. It must to translate the browser understandable IP address, and the DNS server does this translation. For this translation, the computer's operating system create a DNS query message, enter www.pragneshpatel.in in the question section of the packet, and then place it in a UDP segment with destination port 53 and source port as a random UDP port number opened by the TCP IP protocol stack on DNS client. The UDP segment is then placed in a IP datagram. Note that the source of DNS query message is our computer and its destination is the DNS server. So, in the IP packet, the source IP address is our computer's IP address and the destination IP address is the DNS server IP address. But now our computers know these two addresses. These are already obtained with the help of DHCP protocol. So the source IP is set to IPS and destination one is set to IP DNS. The IP packet is then placed in the Ethernet frame. This frame contains the DNS query packet and it needs to deliver first to the gateway router. For it, the Ethernet address of the gateway router must be known. However, the DHCP protocol has only provided the IP address of the gateway router and not its Ethernet address. So, how to obtain the Ethernet address of the gateway router? It is the place where address resolution protocol comes into action, which helps to obtain the Ethernet address of gateway router with the help of its IP address. The address resolution protocol creates an ARP request packet containing the following field: hardware type is 16-bit in length and define the type of physical network on which the ARP is running. For Ethernet, it is set to 1. Address resolution protocol can be used on any physical network. Protocol type is also 16-bit in length and define the protocol that is being used. For IPv4, it is set to 0800 and represented in hexadecimal format. Hardware length is 8-bit in length and define the length of the physical or hardware address in bytes. Note that Ethernet address use hexadecimal notation, which means each character is represented with 4 bits. As there are 12 characters in total, so with Ethernet address is 48 bits or 6 bytes long. So for Ethernet, hardware length is set to 6. Protocol length is 8 bit in length and define the length of logical address in bytes. IP address use dotted decimal notation to represent an IP address, which means each octet is represented by 8 bits and there are 4 octets in total, so the IP address is 32 bit or 4 byte long. So for Ethernet it is set to 4, which means the protocol address is 4 byte or 32 bits long. Operation field is 16 bit in length and define whether the ARP packet is request or reply. For requests it is set to 1 and for the reply it is set to 2. The remaining 4 field, as the name suggests, store the physical and logical addresses of the sender and receiver. Here the logical address is the IP addresses and the physical address is the Ethernet addresses. Here now in our example, the sender is our computer and the target is our gateway router. So the sender protocol address is the IPS and the target protocol address is IPR. Sender hardware address is the Ethernet address of the computer, since the Ethernet address of the gateway router is unknown. The target hardware address is filled with zeros and the operation field is set to ARP request to 1. Now the ARP request packet is encapsulated in an Ethernet frame, where the field type indicates that the data carried by this frame is the ARP packet. It is set to 0806 in case of address resolution protocol. The source MAC address is computer's Ethernet address and the destination MAC address is the Ethernet broadcast address, because Ethernet address of the gateway router is unknown. The switch receives the frame and checks the destination hardware address. As it is Ethernet broadcast address, the switch forwards the frame to all of its ports. All connected computers along with the gateway router receives the frame. Ethernet drivers of each device check the type field and pass the ARP request packet to the ARP module, which then checks the target IP address in the ARP request. If it matches with the IP address, the device sends the ARP reply packet, otherwise the device drops the ARP request packet. In this current case, the gateway router sends an ARP reply packet to the PC. In the ARP reply packet, router fills the IP address and Ethernet in the sender's field, and the destination field are filled with the address detail of the computer. Operation field is now set to 2. Finally, the ARP reply packet is encapsulated in an Ethernet frame with source MAC address as the router's Ethernet address and the destination MAC address as the computer's Ethernet address. ARP reply is unicast. Unicast means that only the desired computer receives the packet, others do not receive this packet. The computer receives the Ethernet frame. The computer Ethernet driver checks the type field and forward the ARP reply packet to the ARP module. ARP module checks the packet and adds the sender's IP address and Ethernet address in computer's ARP table. These two addresses are the addresses of the gateway router. Initially, the computer knows the only IP address of the gateway router, which one is provided by the DHCP protocol, and not its Ethernet address. That's why the IP datagram containing DNS query packet was queued. However, now the address resolution protocol has provided the router's Ethernet address as well as it's updated in the ARP table. Finally, the Ethernet frame containing the DNS query message is transmitted to the gateway router. The gateway router then forwards the DNS query to the DNS server using its routing table. In summary, when the ARP table is missing any required IP Ethernet address translation, the IP packet is queued. Address resolution protocol runs and quickly fills the needed IP to Ethernet address translation in the ARP table. The updated entry is then used to create an Ethernet frame and transmit the queued IP packet. Please note some important points about address resolution protocol. ARP request is broadcast while ARP reply is unicast. Address resolution protocol operates within a subnet. The target protocol address is necessary in the request packet because it tells the host whether or not to send a reply. The sender hardware address and sender protocol address are mandatory fields because they are going to be updated on the ARP table. We can see the computer's ARP table or ARP cache using cmd command ARP-A. Static ones are the entries maintained manually. On the other hand, dynamic ones are learned by the computer itself. In our case, the new entry updated is the dynamic one. The new entry remained for about 20 minutes in the ARP table.